Welcome back to the shop.
There you go.
And we out here for vengeance.
Vengeance. Ooh, okay.
I could be vengeance. Spenny could be vengeance. Riddick could be vengeance. Sandy could be vengeance. Or we could all form separate letters of the word vengeance to combine as vengeance.
I'm Vengicus.
Anyone could be. So, but today's episode, we got it really quick. It's we're gonna do a Batman review.
Mm-hmm.
The Batman.
The Batman. Is that
The
what
Batman.
it
It
is?
is officially
The
called
official
The
title is
Batman.
The Batman.
I can recognize that. So, but and then a quick discussion on Free Comic Book Day, considering it's literally tomorrow, which would be Saturday, the 6th.
No, 2 days.
2 days.
the 7th.
Today is the Thursday.
This is Thursday. Oh yeah, that's right. It's Revenge of the Fifth.
Yeah.
Fifth.
Oh my god.
All right, cool. So my bad. 2 days from now, it'll be fucking Saturday. It'll be the first fucking Saturday of May, which would be Free Comic Book Day. Where you guys want to start? Comic Book Day or fucking Batman?
Batman.
Let's get
Yeah.
Batman done.
So
The
Batman, directed by I don't give a fuck.
Matt Reeves. One
Matt
of us.
Reeves?
One of us does their research.
No, I just really didn't give a fuck. It wasn't that impressive of a movie to me. Like, it was better than the previous Batmans. Like, Lightbulb Batman there, the fucking, the Christopher Nolan.
Christian
Head-
Bale.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I called him the director. Fuck Christian Bale as Batman. He fucked it up, bro. So, but you know what I'm saying? He looked like a fucking light bulb. His head looked like a fucking light bulb. Like, it was really bulbous
Well,
at the top.
the problem is, I don't think that cowl was really designed for
Christian Bale?
movement.
Well, it totally is. It has to be.
Well, also that movie
Batman.
series started the whole
But
gargling
Yeah.
a sack of marbles.
Well, that's first plus side to the new Batman movie. There is no gargling sack of marble Batman.
No.
It's just kind of like a more... I don't even know how to describe his voice,
I would
but
s-
it was very distinctive between his Bruce Wayne and his Batman.
yeah.
And it wasn't like
I
his Batman
wouldn't say it was
voiced.
that distinctive. Like, I think it was just, he just talked lower
This is
as
kind of,
Batman.
kind of murmuring.
Yeah.
Kind of murmured.
Yeah, I just felt like there was a difference, though, when he was Batman and when he was Bruce.
For sure. There's definitely no question there.
Yeah. But he was so soft as a Bruce, we should call him Brucey.
I mean, he wasn't like he's only Bruce for like 15 minutes of this.
No,
almost 3-hour
he was
movie.
Bruce
Yeah,
for a
yeah.
fair bit.
No,
No,
not
man.
really.
He's
There's
always, yeah.
There's like 3 scenes where he's Bruce.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it didn't happen that often. So
No, it
when they
didn't.
were there, it seemed like it was longer. But
Yeah.
Yeah. And can we stop giving these guys, like, really emo haircuts? Like, it's fucking weird, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird seeing Brucey with
So,
an emo haircut.
I actually did read about the inspiration for that, but we should probably do like a summary of the movie.
Okay, Batman's an asshat. Some people do some crime.
And it's
And
supposed to be what,
He
year
asshats
2?
his way through the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's year 2 as Batman.
Okay.
So where he's established, not all the way established, and you
Yes.
can tell he's not established because he fucking walks everywhere.
Yes.
There's
Well, and
deleted
he still
scenes,
has to change everywhere he goes.
and he takes the Bat Uber.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the changing thing I liked. I could have.
No,
I've
that-
seen
that
in
was-
multiple
he
comics.
did-
Sometimes
he
goes
has
in
done
as,
that.
like a straight ninja stealth mode, and he's not dressed up as the Batman just because, like, shit, your
Well, I
cape and
think-
cowl gonna get in the way. The fucking horns is gonna get in the way.
Yeah.
Okay, so probably one of the best things is that just about every choice in the movie you can at least trace back to a comic. Like it happened in a comic somewhere.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
That could have been fluke.
I don't know. I think the director actually did his research for this one.
yeah, there was some inspiration there again when he's not going in the bat suit, kind of, right? Because it's year
Yeah.
2, Batman year 1. Frank Miller and David Mazzucchelli, right? He did a
Yeah.
lot of things where he just like covered his face with like a mask and would go out just in black. He almost looked
Yeah.
like a daredevil kind of thing, right? Like
Yeah.
he kind of went out and did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Snyder did that too with his 0 year. So
Yeah. So there was
Oh,
so
yeah.
so this is still close to that, right? Like some of those
Yeah.
year 1 things. This is year 2, right? He's not fully formed.
yeah, and he
Yeah.
hasn't fully become an alcoholic yet.
Yeah.
But this film comes out more as a true crime kind
Yes.
of like,
Yeah.
like it's the see people talk about
Yeah.
the world's greatest detective acting like a detective, right? Like,
Which that
Kind
was
of.
the one thing about this movie I really appreciated it for was the fact that it was more of a true crime movie,
Hmm.
and it was him actually doing his job as a detective.
Yeah, but he fucks it up pretty bad.
Well, yeah, it's his second year. You know what I mean? Like it's
Plus, like, it's not like even Batman in the comics is always just like immediately like, oh, this is the plot.
No, you're right.
And I
But he
liked how
fucks it
there's
up pretty bad.
and I liked how there was a couple where he wasn't like he was fallible, right? Like
Yeah,
he thought
for
it was one thing,
Yeah.
but it wasn't.
Like,
Yeah.
In this movie, Batman is very much operating with like blinders on. He's got a very particular view of how the world works
Yeah.
and how people are.
A very
Yes.
out of touch view. Of how the
Well,
world
exactly.
works.
Yes.
That's kind of the point, though, right?
Sure.
And then he's supposed to like move past that by the end of it.
I don't think he does.
Yeah, I don't. I still like. I don't like.
He fucks it up.
I'm still not a
So-
big fan of the Batman Catwoman relationship. That's what's in the comics too.
Yeah,
so I'm not,
Batcat,
I'm not a
Batcat,
big
Batcat,
fan of the
Batcat.
Batcat either, right?
Yeah.
So, but that was true to the comics and that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but at least they didn't like really ham it up. Like they could have hammed it up, but they didn't ham it up that bad. So I kind of appreciate the fact.
Yeah,
that
but
they
it-
didn't
I
ham it
do
up.
like that they did more with Selena in this. Like, rather than just being a side piece and just being there. Because usually in the other movies, even in the Tim Burton one, like, she still didn't get really a lot of screen time or character development within there. This, like, Selena's character gets way more development in this movie than she did in
And I think that's the influence from the Batman Year One.
Yep.
where
No,
there's
for
a
sure.
lot of,
Isn't
like,
that the Long Halloween arc?
Well,
now?
Long Halloween is
Is
where
when
she also
was
gets
with Carmen
yes.
Falcone and all that weird shit.
Yeah, exactly.
So I can't remember. I haven't read Long Halloween in a while.
Yeah, at the end of the Long Halloween, she like goes to Falcone's grave
Yeah.
and is like, I can't prove it, but I know you're my dad.
Yeah.
Daddy issues.
Yep.
So, my favorite part of the movie is literally Colin Farrell as the Penguin. Like, he was pretty fucking good. I liked him. I just wish he was smoking more cigars.
So I read
Smoke
about
cigars.
that. So apparently Warner Bros was fucking hardline no smoking.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like,
You
really?
fucking idiots.
Warner Bros is on some soft ass shit.
Oh,
Like
Yeah, so
there
is
was.
Disney. Let's not leave Disney.
Well, okay,
Disney also has
we're
a
not
stuff.
talking about Disney right now, though.
I
Just
know,
because
but
I'm
we gotta
shitting
talk.
on Warner Bros does not exempt Disney from getting.
Just because you're shitting doesn't mean you can be the only person on the pot shitting. I could be shitting too. And I could be shitting on whoever I want to shit on, and I'm shitting on both of them.
But
Both
yeah,
equally.
because it's the same thing. There was supposed to be a Arkham PD
Yep.
spin-off series that got canceled because the creators wanted it to focus on like. So it's
Smoking?
supposed. No, it's supposed to be about like a corrupt cop. It's like before Batman rolls up, or like just when Batman's rolling up.
Oh,
And they were
okay.
like, "Oh, we don't want it to focus on a corrupt cop. Can we make it like one of our existing good guy cops?" And the creators
so
were like,
it got DMZ'd.
pretty much, yeah.
Oh my god.
Because of the climate of the world.
Yeah.
Well,
we
yeah.
can't show corrupt cops because Lord forget they exist or something like that. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
But even as
What's wrong with
you mentioned Arkham, I kind of got that sense. Even the world was like of the video game world, like the Arkham.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Arkham
Arkham
side.
series?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that looked like the most unique lived-in Gotham out of all of them. Like
Yep.
the Christopher Nolan Gotham looked like Toronto.
It could have been anywhere.
Yeah,
It was like,
exactly.
oh wow, that's very Toronto.
Wow, it's just the gray city.
Yeah,
Ooh.
but I like how they had a nice mix of like our current city situations and that gothic vibe of Gotham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So like it had a nice mix to it.
Well, it was interesting too. Apparently, the Batcave was based on there's a like abandoned subway station below like a very famous hotel in New York.
Yeah.
That it was based on.
That's right, because they switched. He's not in Bruce Mansion. He's
No.
in the fucking Bruce Tower,
Yes.
Wayne Tower,
Yeah.
living the Wayne me life. And you're saying they based it off of a real life?
Yeah,
Oh,
because
pretty
apparently back in the day, like in New York, a bunch of rich people used to have private railway stations that would like
Yeah.
connect to the lines.
cool. Yeah, that makes sense. Rich people are fucks.
Yeah.
So as
Bastards.
Batman clearly dictates in this movie.
But while it was a nice breath of fresh, because people I think are coming to the table like this is like what the 7th different person to portray Batman kind of thing.
That
But
sounds about
Yeah.
right
Holy shit, yeah.
but all the time
in live action.
they'd have like they recreate how he became the Batman.
Yes. Every
Well,
time.
And this
and
was
we-
kind of like understood. It's understood. You know how it happened.
Well,
You
we've
know-
seen that with
Yeah.
Spider-Man as well. Like they didn't rehash it with the Tom Holland films.
No.
Like I think studios are realizing that people just kind of know at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah.
just in the
Especially when you have
cultural
nature
zeitgeist.
characters.
Alright, so what was that last point we were just talking? How fucking
Oh, talking about the different iterations and
no,
how.
how they're not doing the fucking
Yeah.
origin.
the origin.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that was nice to see. Not the the dude grabbing Martha Wayne's pearl necklace, and the pearls all falling and crashing on the pavement, and the kids sitting in the shadow of a like a street pole and all that kind of stuff, right? Like it didn't need to be done, and
No.
it's not like anyone's not the wiser for it.
But again, you know, the reason why they're doing that is because they've created so many of these same fucking movies or the beginning parts to it and don't know how to continue them, that they have no choice but to kind of go back to square one. So if you start at square two, I'm not thanking you for that. So I don't think that's
That's
big of a
something that
point.
should have been done a long time ago.
Right? Yeah, you should have got your shit together and just carried out a series. But I guess that's what they're trying to do now, is the longevity of these series and the franchising of them. And even though Batman's already established as fuck, but you know what I'm saying? Like, kind of like everything is, can we sell the shirt?
Cinematic universe.
Game,
But they're following the comic book model, where it's like, we're not going to go for the long haul. We'll do like 2 or 3 tidy ones, and then we'll bring in another creative.
I don't know if you could say that about
so
DC.
if they're following the comic book, explain Hush to me. Why is Hush a Thomas Wayne problem, not a Bruce Wayne problem? Because that was just something they pulled out of nowhere, and it was just like, boom, here we go. Like, look how much we're paying attention. But at the same time, it's like, what do you mean? So when Batman faces off with Hush, if he ever does, which I don't think they're gonna do because they already established him as a Thomas Wayne guy, what's he gonna be, like 60, 50? Like, what's the gap?
Yeah.
Right, his parents do look kind of young. They could have been like 28. They could have had him when he was like, you know, really young, like, you know, fucking.
Sorry, I'm a little. When did they establish Hush as a
Fucking what's his name? Elliot there.
Yeah,
When they're
Elliot.
discussing what he was saying, he was the guy who went after his parents with that whole theory of whatever, and they were like, I need the Carmine to scare this guy. And then
Oh,
Carmine shot him.
you're yeah.
And then he used that against Thomas Wayne. And that's that whole conspiracy theory with the Waynes.
That was literally a Hush storyline.
I just can't remember. Is it Howard Elliott?
No, I think it's Tommy Elliott.
Yeah, Tommy Elliott.
And was that not Thomas Elliott they put up on the name thing? I don't know. I only watched it the one time.
The reporter was the Riddler's dad, wasn't he? I thought the reporter was the Riddler's dad.
No, because he was already an orphan.
I thought the Riddler was just an orphan, and he was sad that fucking Bruce Wayne got all the attention for being an orphan when he was a billionaire.
Let's touch on the Riddler then. So the Riddler, this is probably the first incarnation of the Riddler where
It wasn't zany.
Well, he wasn't like a.
He was totally zany, dude.
Well, he was eccentric.
Controlled zany.
No, it wasn't comedic zany.
Yeah,
He was controlled zany.
Yeah.
But it was definitely a different spin on it.
I really liked it.
Yeah, just look him up.
And what was it? I'm pretty sure the guy that played Riddler was like from Not Another Teen Movie.
I could've sworn that
it's,
guy was from
Paul
fucking,
Dano.
what's it called?
Yeah,
Deuce.
Paul Dano. He used to do like a bunch of comedies.
Yeah, I know. When I seen him, I was like, yo, fuck, this dude is the Riddler. But he did pretty good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed him as a Riddler.
Once I see his face, I have a problem. Because it's like, I recognize him from so many other fucking things that aren't serious.
It was mostly comedies.
Yeah, the biggest thing that he did probably was There Will Be Blood. He was the kid, not
Yeah.
Paul Thomas Anderson.
Oh my God, yes! I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I didn't. I hated that movie. Milkshake,
What a milkshake!
Oh, he was also.
It's like, yeah, man, thanks, dog.
He was also in Prisoners. He was the serial killer or the kidnapper or whatever.
So, but there wasn't like he wasn't dressed in green. He wasn't like telling riddles all over the place.
Well,
he
he
sent
was
like
dressed-
cards.
he was dressed in green.
He sent some cryptic kind of like cards, you know, like that had
Yeah,
like some
they
clues.
placed everything really well.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Like, he didn't have giant riddle signs on him or
No.
the question marks, but he did have that question mark all over the place. But, like, yeah, no, they did the Riddler pretty good. Except that, like, you know, and you see it too at the end when it's fucking him and Joker just talking to each other. It's like, man, you're really Joker 1 and Joker 2, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of wish
Kinda
they made
blend
the
them too
Riddler
close
a
together.
little bit, more methodical.
Yes.
A little bit
I mean,
less on the crazy
Well,
side.
he was
he is
until
very
he met
methodical.
the Joker.
No, I know, but then there's those parts where he's like, I am important.
Yeah,
Like, it's
yeah.
like, fuck, bro. Just
I mean,
relax, man.
I think
Just
it's
relax, homie.
it's a different take on it, right?
Yeah.
Like they instead of going with like the more usual like Riddler stuff, they kind of made him into like a little bit of like an incel type.
Yeah.
You know, like the.
I'm
I
still
don't know. It's not fair to call him.
I'm still not
His
100
argument point is pretty
But you,
good.
I'm not.
It is-
I'm not
it
saying
is a
he's
good
not
point.
like necessarily like it's just more like the I suppose like the cultural interpretation of what an incel would be.
Yeah.
No, for sure, but I don't think he's an insult because, like, he's literally talking about the richest dude in the city loses his parents and he gets all the love, And then the poorer people are still fucked. They're still fucked on the orphanage.
and
ain't
that was
nobody looking out for them. Ain't nobody trying to help them.
And that was the thing I always had a problem with, even in the comics as a kid. And remember the Adam West series? Was like, how did all these villains get all these fucking dudes to like dress up like them?
Yeah.
And, you know, become like a gang or whatever. And then you have this movie, which actually has like, Riddler has a cause. Like, he has a reason and stuff like that. And he actually had like some of the other people, the other orphans who had a shit life. And like, other people who had a shit life in Gotham who were fed up. And he's just like, let's do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
the henchman thing isn't that crazy. Like, cults are a thing. You find like vulnerable people and you manipulate them to do what you want, or you find criminals.
Yeah, but not a lot of people actually like do a proper method of writing it in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
normally it's just verbatim. Here's
exactly. Here's my henchmen. They just join me because, you know, for reasons. You know?
But you know, it's funny you mentioned that, because I thought they were gonna swing that way in that movie, when, especially at that part where it's like Bruce Wayne showing up to that funeral for whoever that politician was.
Or was it the commissioner or the mayor?
It was the mayor. It was the mayor. It was the mayor's funeral.
Shit. But fucking, and then he's driving by, you see the people of Gotham City. They're like Riddler, like, you know, they're cheering for the Riddler. But then they just whatever.
Yeah, but that's like straight out of like Joker, which I thought was just like.
Well, that definitely inspired.
What do you mean straight out of Joker? Oh, the Joker movie.
Yeah, Joker was fucking terrible.
Fuck that movie though, man. It's different. He wasn't fighting a Batman. There wasn't somebody for him to go against. There wasn't like a supervillain or a superhero that he's
exactly
arguing morals with technically through the city, right?
There can't be a Joker without a Batman. So if you have a Joker without a Batman, like there's not. But
no, we're not shitting on that movie though.
But I didn't know. You just mentioned the commissioner, and like this wasn't Commissioner Gordon. He was
Loeb.
He was much less.
Loeb, wasn't it?
Yeah, because I think that
Did they Loeb him?
I think Jeff Loeb. So I think they did a tribute to Jeff Loeb.
Yeah, but I thought always before Commissioner Gordon was Commissioner Loeb.
Yeah.
I think that's a newer thing. I think,
so.
But the that they did like, I don't think Gordon had the chips in the bank that just like, okay, I'm going to open a crime scene to this vigilante.
Yeah.
Like that seemed a little out of place to me, because just in the reaction to all the other cops.
To it though.
But like still, it's like, okay, go right ahead. Here, walk around all of our crime scene.
Yeah, it wasn't cool how like every second scene he was like, "Yo, stop bringing up the crime scenes, or you're gonna be punished." Okay, now stop for real.
Yeah,
it's the third
like,
crime scene.
That was a little odd. Just like it was almost like it was too pushed, right? Like it would be like if there's some like, it's like, oh, he's really not supposed to be there. Oh, he's really not supposed to be there. But anyways,
and considering at the time, like a lot of GCPD is corrupt as hell.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of them would have been like, get him the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
It was the commissioner was named Pete Savage, apparently.
Savage.
Oh yeah.
Well, like again, I never caught the motherfucker's name. I didn't really care. He just seemed like a very generic chief before the actual commissioner, you know, or generic commissioner before Commissioner Gordon.
So but, you could have done this movie with like without the Batman. And in some sense, I just mean like it was a true crime thing. Like you could have had this movie done without like a dude in a suit.
Oh, and just like falling. Yeah, you could have.
You know who the real character that probably didn't need to be in this movie was, and not for lack of like a decent portrayal, but lack of anything to do in the story, was Alfred.
Yeah.
Alfred contributes nothing.
Well, he gets blown up though, and then Batman realizes he cares for him.
Which I thought was dumb, because it's like he sees the writing on the card. Yeah. And it's literally the exact same writing on the other cards. He's not like, hey, let's open this up.
It is also just kind of weird that that's the one person, like Bruce Wayne's the one person that Riddler doesn't kill by directly going after them.
Yeah.
Every other person he like
goes out of his way, yeah.
And then he just sends a bomb to Bruce Wayne.
Well, yeah, and like I said, I thought that was going to be a wicked opportunity to show Alfred, because like again, they've never really showed Alfred as his background. And if I'm not mistaken, he's SAS qualified, which is that's not no normal rung of fucking Troopaloop, and that's some pretty hardcore shit. And I thought they were going to make him sniff out the bomb. And he was going to chuck the bomb and be like,
that's what I thought too. I was like, he's going to throw the bomb. Nope. Fucking opens up the box.
Yeah, somehow Riddler fucked up his explosion because it was enough to just blow off some paper on the desk. And like, it's really weird, you know, generally speaking, when a grenade goes off that close to you, you're fucking dead.
Yeah. Well,
The, like,
also, how did
explosion.
Batman survive that explosion when the commissioner like exploded in the church?
Oh,
He's
because
Batman.
Batman has that can take a billion bullets.
He's Batman. It doesn't.
What about his
Billion
mouth?
bullets, a billion bullets.
What about his mouth?
It has
But
the mouth shield.
the one thing I will say is that it did set up a pretty decent scene at the end where it's like, does Riddler know that Bruce
Yeah,
Wayne
okay,
is
that,
Batman?
I thought that part was cool. I thought that
Yeah.
part was cool. And then the look on Batman's face when he realized it was just, oh, you have a problem with
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne.
Because he
Yeah.
wasn't
You don't
saying
actually know,
he wasn't
you
saying
like
anything
me.
the whole time.
yeah, but I thought it was cool because, like, again, like, they kind of, I wish they would save that a little bit for when they interact with Joker and him, because that's Joker's stick a little, but, like, essentially speaking, it goes with that whole trope of, like, did Batman bring the supervillains to Gotham City,
Yes.
right? And then this guy legitimately says, Batman, you influenced me to do what you're doing, except I'm going to take it a step further. I'm just going to end their fucking lives,
Yeah.
right? Well, he probably takes it 4 or 5 steps further than what Batman does, but...
Yes.
So it's pretty cool because, like, in Riddler's mind, he ain't a bad guy. He's doing what needs to be done, you know? And then in Batman's mind, it's like, shit, what am I doing, right? Which kind of ties into the whole beginning monologue of the movie where it's like, am I making a difference out here? Blah, 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 blah. And the answer is no, Batman, because the whole time throughout the fucking movie, they're telling you Bruce Wayne should be more active and, you know,
Yeah,
helping
in the
out Gotham
community.
City.
It's not
Yes.
even like the movie.
And he doesn't not once does he do anything as Bruce Wayne, which I think you missed a very big mark on that fucking, you know, like there's no, because Batman has to be Bruce Wayne.
No,
as
but what
well.
I mean is, I think we'll
And Bruce
see
Wayne
that.
has to interact.
I think we'll see that in the sequel, though. I think it'll be Bruce Wayne and Wayne Tech stepping in to help Gotham in the wake of all that.
It doesn't take that much to put it into the movie.
No, absolutely. It
That's
doesn't
all
take
I'm
much,
saying.
but
Why
I,
couldn't you have established?
But like,
it?
okay, but
I think-
what would you have done in that movie that's relevant to the plot that shows Bruce Wayne?
Just
helping
at the end of the movie, he realizes what he's doing. He's like, oh, you know what? Bruce Wayne's gonna open up a little fucking this, or Wayne fucking
Thrift store.
Foundations is gonna do
out?
this,
I don't know.
or that, or the third.
Like, I mean,
Like, what about? I'm not sitting here with a pen and paper rewriting the script right
Okay.
now. I'm just saying, like, it would
Yeah,
have made
but,
sense.
like-
Your villain beat you with his argument. You might have beat him, but he wins the argument. The rich people still ain't doing shit in Gotham at the end of the movie.
but I'm just saying we might see the change. Like, I think ending on flooded Gotham is a better ending than just like saying, oh, like Wayne Tech's gonna come in and clean everything up, and
But
then,
they didn't really end on a flooded Gotham. They just ended with the floodgates came down, and then they're like, "We're gonna be okay, guys." Like, I don't know where they ended. We don't know the situation of the water. when
Well,
the
just
movie
saying.
ends.
It wasn't. I wouldn't say, like, you know, they obviously weren't doing a one and done, right? They're just like
For
setting
sure.
the stage for the next one. And
Yeah.
part of the big stage they're setting is that they want a true crime feel to it.
No, for sure, but you're not gonna get a true crime when it's fucking water's devastated.
No,
The
well,
city.
but
You're gonna get a
but
fucking
I think
Mad
they were
Max
setting
feel.
they were setting the atmosphere for like the 2 movies to come. They
Maybe.
knew the first one was going to be go bananas.
yeah, but
They
have
knew
they
there was a-
actually confirmed that there's
Yes.
going to be more?
Yeah,
They-
dude, they confirmed
the-
that like third day into the
yeah,
release.
the sequel got
Really?
announced
Yeah.
last month.
Yeah. So-
Okay.
But like, I don't know. I'm excited to see more. Like, some of the villains they've talked about exploring are pretty interesting.
I just hope they don't use Penguin right away. I hope they keep
Penguin's-
establishing Penguin.
Penguin's
keep 'em in
getting a
the
series. Penguin's getting a series.
Okay, I don't know how I feel about that, but fucking no, 'cause I don't know, man. Like a whole series, like Penguin is kind of
Yeah, that's kind of.
But like
they,
I
they
do
already
like him.
they already did it with Gotham, basically.
Yeah, I guess.
was-
Yeah,
Yeah,
Penguin.
true.
But that Penguin was fucking useless, though, man.
He
That
was
Penguin was
useless.
so fucking useless. It made me pissed, man. But
So what's the conclusion? The Batman.
well, one sec, because we didn't even get to the points that really irritated me. These are all positive points so far. I have nothing but positivity.
All right.
Okay, first thing, whoever directed this, what was his name?
Matt Reeves.
Matt Reeves. Fall off a fucking horse, you son of a bitch. Because
A little extreme,
Why-
okay?
I'm just saying, because maybe then walking will be entertaining, a little bit more entertaining. Because I didn't like how much Batman was walking. The guy walked everywhere. Like, he just literally
Yeah, but-
walked everywhere.
Do you see the Batmobile that much in the comics? I don't.
I don't care about seeing the Batmobile in the comics. I care about seeing Batman doing Batman
Look,
shit,
man,
which is like,
when
I'm
he-
sitting in the rafters. Motherfucker, I'm up in the rafters. How did I get here? I walked up here, but I'm up in the rafters and I'm going to jump
Good
on.
walk.
Well, I mean,
Right?
we get some of that, like when he sneaks up on Catwoman.
On my word, at the beginning scene was really cool, but he's sitting there walking towards a group of people beating up a guy. If he ran or jogged, he might have stopped 1 or 2 punches. The guy could have saved some fucking bruises and
Yeah, but
bruises.
but you're thinking about he doesn't care about the guy. He's not there to help the guy. He's there to hit the criminals. and he can hit the criminals whether he walks or he runs.
Yeah.
Really?
True.
That's the answer.
That's true.
He doesn't care about
At that point in time, yes, he does not care.
The guy could have been.
He's
Guy could have.
vengeance, I guess.
Guy could have deserved a beating.
So, but like, but again, it's one of those things. What type of vengeance are you, man? You literally you could have prevented the fucking.
But
It's not. He's not out doing it for other people. He's there for himself.
That's really thin argument. You mean to tell me he walked there just so the Chinese dude can get beat up and then?
Well,
he can get
no,
vengeance?
but he's
what you're saying?
still trying to the intimidation, right? Like in his mind.
Okay, what about every other scene where he walked everywhere?
That's how you get around.
You know, except for the one driving
Especially-
scene.
I would be
Which he
impressed to see him.
demoed half of the
Especially
highway.
when these are like apartment buildings.
But
that are, like,
the,
on
the big
multi-floors.
thing is like right
not driving
now,
up to the
like
third floor.
he's at a point. This is year 2, so Bruce is still
Why?
at that point. No, but he's still at that point where he just doesn't care. He's about fighting.
No, but, like,
and
that's
he's
not-
about kicking someone's head in.
Okay, so again, Bruce Wayne, from my understanding of the character, parents die.
Yes.
He's like, I need to do something about this. What can I do? Well, I need to fight fucking crime because in Gotham City, everything gets fucking just
So,
thrown into the.
I need
into
Ra's al
the-
Ghul.
From
Right? People pay this, people pay that. It's corrupt as fuck. Nobody stays. There's no repercussions to their actions, right?
Yes.
from what I have read, the inspiration for Batman's like vengeance to like Crusader thing comes from the Ego story arc, is where they took inspiration for that.
Oh, you're fucking kidding me. Anyways, every other fucking Batman literally leaves, including the Eagle Batman, leaves Gotham, learns how to become a fucking ninja, essentially speaking.
Yes.
Right? Comes back and he fights fucking crime. And he's not fighting fucking crime just because of this one thing, but vengeance. Vengeance, my dude. Fuck your vengeance,
Well,
man.
apparently
Like,
they
that
took-
was the really lamest fucking argument
Apparently
point in the whole fucking
Apparently,
movie.
the vengeance thing came from Kevin Conroy's. It's like I am vengeance, I am the night from the animated series.
Yeah,
That's where they took inspiration for that.
sure, but
But that's-
Batman understood
you
what
gotta-
crime fighting was and
Yeah,
why
and now
he was doing
Batman
what he was
wasn't
doing.
in his second year.
Right? But you got 2 years of Batman running around Gotham City or walking
Doing
around
nothing.
Gotham City, doing nothing except extending revenge on things he could have stopped. Is that really what you're telling me?
Yes.
That's really fucking stupid.
There's
I'm not
Like,
saying
it's
that
not
he's.
making
I'm not-
it's not making it any better that he's walking around here and he can because he
Yeah,
can.
but there's okay. So Batman, say original Batman, right?
Yeah,
Skip forward like 60 years to Punisher, right?
sure.
Punisher is out to get the criminal. He's not out to help the whatever.
If this was called the fucking Punisher,
But
then
no,
I would have
but-
been okay with it. Like, okay, Punisher, you are
But
allowed. Punisher walks everywhere,
we have
and then he takes a
established-
bus. He takes a fucking minivan everywhere with him. That's Punisher. I understand Punisher doing
We have
that. I don't
established
have an
though
issue
that we
with that.
haven't hit like normal continuity Batman
Bro,
yet, right?
we have established this is Batman 2 years into Gotham, right?
Yeah.
Which means that he spent 10 years training as a fucking ninja.
You're-
Yeah.
How many flips do you see this guy do in the movie? 0. In fact, how many kicks do you see him throw in the movie? None. They're all like Sparta thrust kicks, dude. The guy literally has no finesse whatsoever. in
Is
his
there a
movie.
He's
single
holding back.
flip in a live action Batman movie?
Yeah, there's tons of them,
sure
dude.
there's, yeah.
Everybody flipping.
Everything.
Fucking Riddler flips. Everyone flips.
Riddler flip.
Everybody
Get outta
flips.
here.
It's just-
Jim Carrey
This
Riddler.
shit's Cirque du Soleil. Right? But I'm just saying. Look, the coolest scene, the Vader scene that they had. Right?
Yeah.
The one coolest scene they had. And then what their fucking choreographer, the only thing he can think of, he's like, okay, I'm going to make sure all these motherfucking dumbass criminals got 60 round mags and they're just going to shoot him right in the fucking chest. And Batman sits there and takes like 120 fucking bullets to the chest. You mean to tell me that's how Batman fights?
All right. Well, if your biggest complaint is there's no flipping in Batman,
And he walks.
that's
and
pretty,
he walks. He walks everywhere.
that's pretty weak.
Okay,
That's my
but wait,
other
okay.
biggest complaint.
Here's
I
the
don't like
problem.
the
Here's the
motherfucker
problem with that
walking
argument.
everywhere.
Where is he taking a? He's in buildings like 90% of the movie. How is he taking a car there?
It
Yeah,
doesn't
driving-
have to
driving
take
into
the
the
car.
elevator.
Why is car and
I would-
walking the only thing Batman can do?
I'd love to see him get a car into the Gotham.
Yo,
PD
he has that glider thing that they turned into a squirrel suit that he fucked up one time, and he was like, "I'm never gonna do it again because once
You're
I
gonna
fuck
go.
up,
You're
they
gonna
gotta
go.
do it."
You're gonna. So
I mean,
you
he
know
was
what?
up in the rafters.
Maybe
Yes.
maybe your
their
problem
fucking
is
stadium.
you went into this movie expecting the Fast and the Furious, and you got the Batman.
No, get out of here! What do you mean the Fast and the Furious? They don't flip except for cars in the Fast and the Furious. Actually, the Fast and the Furious has people flipping too because they got ninjas.
Yeah, but they're not also in
right?
bat suits. which
But
is kind of
again,
restrictive.
like you guys keep assuming that Batman just got a driver walk. The motherfucker got the what's it called? The
he
bat,
uses the
batter-
grapple gun.
He uses it to pull people down closer to him, so he doesn't have to walk.
I thought that was the key
He's like-
fob. You're
he's
unlocking your car.
He's like, my thighs hurt because I walked 20 kilometers here,
He runs
and then
down the side
I
of the
gotta
building.
go 15 more
He takes
kilometers.
a, he takes
That's
the bike.
That scene was the ultimate trolling scene. Where it was like, okay, sweet, go on the top of a construction building. The only thing you can fucking do right now, or a building being constructed, the only thing you can do is fucking rappel off of the fucking thing, swing off the motherfucker. And I thought he was gonna swing. What's he do? He fucking puts his safety harness on and literally walks down the building.
He runs.
Jogs.
And he throws the hook and then
Yeah.
runs
He
down the
jogs.
building.
And this
That's
is a pretty big building.
That's pretty dramatic.
So this guy must have had like 400 meters of rope on him.
That's right.
Look,
just to
man.
kinda
All right,
go
if
the way
we
to the
if we
bottom.
ignore all the things that you don't think qualifies as not walking, yeah, he only walks.
What do you mean if I ignore all the things? The motherfucker, like whether you're walking this way or this way, you're still walking.
I think you know what, but again, okay, so plot not plot wise, but
Yeah.
like that scene where the Batmobile comes out and it's like got that hype, right? Like
yeah,
obviously
I didn't
it's
even
like
want to bring up that scene. though.
okay, but it's like because you haven't seen it, it makes it a bigger deal, right? Like it's almost like an introduction of a new character.
It made no fucking sense.
It just came out.
It's like, here's these dudes hand to hand, Batman. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna get in a fucking Batmobile. Why? Why the fuck would you do that? You could just literally punch the shit out of him. You don't have to kick him.
How would he get there though? Would he
My
walk there?
dude, he was literally beat up, and then he walked to the car while they walked over to his body, and they're like, "Where did he go?" And then he was like, "Brum, brum, brum," and they're like, maybe we should just shoot the car." No, instead they're like, I don't know what to fucking do. Let's get in the car and chase this guy.
Yeah, he just scared
Let's
him.
get in the car and run
They
away.
scared him.
And then on top of that, they go through the highway, they fuck up everything, and then when he fucking finally catches the Penguin, who these guys argued he is vengeance, what did he do to the Penguin? He let him go. He was like, we got bigger fish to fry. Fuck you, Penguin.
For another day.
Yo, I guarantee you, they killed some people on that highway.
Yeah.
They killed a lot of people on that highway.
You feel me? And Vengeance, Mr. fucking Vengeance, just lets the Penguin walk away. You know what, Penguin? I gotta write this
You know
down
what?
on my notebook.
Vengeance-
I don't
Vengeance
know
adds
how
to the White
many
Knight.
times I can explain
He
to
is the
you
White
that
Knight.
he's only
Yeah,
out
but the
for
White
himself.
Knight makes that the whole point, Sandy.
I know, that's what I mean. It's
But-
adding to the whole White Knight
Vengeance
storyline.
is a dish best served cold. So he's just letting the
Yeah, because he was hot. Penguin was hot. We got him, so
But
he's cooling him down.
I think the final question we have to ask about the movie is:
Yeah.
Is this the Batman? Is this the definitive Batman movie that has been put out so far?
It is the better attempt of all the other Batmans.
live action. It was pretty good. Like still.
Yeah, out of the live action stuff, is it
Yeah.
the Batman?
Out of all of them,
Yes.
I don't know.
What would you say
Yeah.
is better? What would you say is better?
I don't like any of them, really. This one was probably the best one.
Yeah.
So, but then I'm thinking of in terms of like bat fuckers. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be one bat fucker. It's gonna be like 89 Batman was like the greatest fucking Batman ever because like Joker was like totally like I mean a fucking
And plus the soundtrack was by Prince.
right? There's some
Motherfucking Purple
diehards,
Raid.
right? And then do you ever dance with the devil in the pale blue moon?
Yeah.
Right? Like so you got those weirdos, and then you have your Christopher Nolan loyalists who are a really fucking lame group of people.
I don't think those
because
exist anymore. I think those
Maybe.
guys are real fickle, and
Yeah.
they've already moved on to the
The
Batman.
Tenant or something like that. Oh, you're saying okay?
Yeah.
I thought they were just Christopher Nolan. fuckers.
No, I mean maybe.
Yeah, my favorite incarnation of Batman outside of comics would be the animated series. Like that just seems.
Can we count that? Because that's
That's why I tried to do live
Technically,
action.
he did have a movie.
that's still
The
animated.
only,
but it's
the
not-
only
it's
reason
not
I
live
Doesn't
feel-
action.
matter.
The only
Doesn't
reason I
matter,
feel
it's
like
still a movie.
the reason I feel like it's unfair to compare it to the animated series is because the animated series has way more time
Well, the animated series is
to
king.
just
Yep.
do stuff.
Mask of the
right?
Phantasm
Yeah.
is still one of my favorite
It's
fucking
king.
movies.
It's king. It's king.
Yeah.
The animated series is king. From the guy who
Yeah,
voiced
like
it.
non-comic, but it's not
non-comic.
live action.
Yeah.
But like non-comic, if you're just like what?
Yeah,
is
I'd give it to this Reeves guy. Maybe get back on the horse, Reeves. You don't
Yeah.
you don't have to.
Like
cry
I
for
think that
yourself.
there's a lot of potential. Like if they actually do some Court of Owls shit, if they do Hush.
Oh my god!
That's
if it-
okay. That's
if
another
they
thing
did
I thought they
Court
were
of
gonna do.
Owls-
But the only two families that live in Gotham apparently are the
No,
Waynes
but
and the Arkhams. You didn't even
It's
put
it's
the
a
Cobblepots
it's a
in there.
slow it's a slow.
No,
Right.
so they didn't. No, they had the pictures of the original families of
That's what I'm
Arkham.
saying. It was Arkham family and the Wayne family.
No. There was more families. It's just they focused
But
in
even-
the picture on the
Oh,
Arkhams
you're
and the
saying,
Waynes.
okay, I didn't notice.
Even-
that.
There was more families.
Well,
there.
even then, do you need the multiple families of Arkham
Well,
like,
it's
you can
just okay.
still
So
say
I
the
don't know.
Court of
I
Owls
thought
is
I
still-
thought it was a cool thing in Gotham City. No, because the Court of Owls, they don't. These families, most of them didn't even know about it. Except I think like Batman's great grandfather knew about the Court of Owls, and then they killed his ass off. But,
Yes. No, his grandfather.
Because
was the
actually,
one
and I
that
think
knew
they
about
do
it.
still
I'm just saying.
establish.
Yeah.
I think they do still establish in the Batman that Martha Wayne was in Arkham. I think that is mentioned somewhere in the movie.
yeah, that's fine. I don't actually know if that was her case in the
Yes.
comic books, but like it's again one of those things. I didn't have an issue with his parents. I thought it was kind of cool they put that whole thing on Martha Wayne was insane and they were trying to hide it. Cool,
Yeah.
I got that. That's lovely. But like I just wish they kind of established the lore a little bit more of Gotham City as opposed to it's just like, hey man, here it is when we show you what it is.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
You could
So-
have just easily done it. So
At the end of the day, we're ready for a number 2 though. Right? Like we're
yeah, providing you focus more on like a Joker and you keep Cobblepot brewing. I think you need to keep Oswald as like a consistent press against Batman in the movie.
For
Joker's
sure,
just not going to do
100%.
it, I don't think. It's not going to work out the same. Because even in the comic books, the whole thing about Joker is like he has to come and then he has to disappear for a long
Yes.
time. And then he has to come. Because it's just like, man, how can he be so grandioso and then fucking, still like, shit, man, Gotham City would have put the guy to death on the first time Batman caught him. Like,
And
you
yes.
feel me? They would have brought back the death penalty for that guy that killed
and
his ass.
more recently in comic more in the last 20 years or whatever, like it used to be like the Penguin was kind of kitsy kind of thing. He had like his henchmen, right, and all that kind of stuff, but now it's become more like he's a mob boss.
Mob boss,
Yes.
big time.
Yeah.
And not only that, like Batman has a hard time getting around him because he's very good with his shit.
Well,
Like,
it's
he's
that
very
whole
hard to
idea.
catch
It's the
Penguin.
whole idea of like Al Capone. You can't catch me. You got to get me on some like technical
Bullshit,
legal.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
Actually, really quick, not to cut you off. My favorite scene in that movie, I'm telling you, was when Carmine Falcone gets arrested,
Yeah.
and then he comes out immediately. He's
Because
like,
he
"Oh, so
knows
you the
he's
fucking,
a snitch.
So you the fucking rat." And then Carmine
Yeah.
Falcone starts dissing him, and then he's like, "I'll go fuck about 50 police here." He pulls out his gun and tries to shoot him. I was like, "Yo, that's gangster as fuck." So then, right when he gets shot, I didn't shoot. It wasn't my gun.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty dope. So
yeah,
man, if the movie was about Penguin, I probably would have gave it 10 out of 10. I think. Like, fuck, man, Colin Farrell.
He did a really good job as Penguin.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed him as Penguin.
So,
But
I heard
wasn't, like-
I heard a lot of it, so I was expecting some. So I went in. I'm
Yeah.
like, what? I could take it or leave it.
What, the Penguin?
Yeah.
I don't know. I liked him. Maybe it was just because.
Maybe
he
I was
more
just it was
serious
just
during the
overhyped.
movie.
Like people were like overhyping it. Like you won't even recognize him.
I mean, it doesn't look like Colin Farrell.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I think once you know it's Colin
Like the
Farrell, you can
top
kind of
side,
recognize
top
the
side.
eyes.
Yeah.
Because I mean, prosthetics can only do so much. But
Yeah.
also the prosthetics, whoever I feel bad. I forgot the guy's name. It's like Mike. Something.
It's a whole fucking team.
Oh, I know. It was like one guy designed it.
Like if the people who made the costumes and the special effects and the fucking outfits and if they were responsible for making the movies and
Yeah,
they did
Mike
the movies
Marino.
as well as they did these things, we'd have amazing movies every fucking movie. Like
Yeah.
so these guys are fucking insane. The special effects people, the costume people, they're fucking brilliant.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about with this movie. Is the problem?
Well,
I feel
we
like
did
we just
talk
kind of
about
like
it.
dipped the surface.
Yeah,
even.
something
Like, even
something
with how
that
long
we
we've
were
been
like,
talking about it.
let's spend 10 minutes on.
Yeah.
We actually spent like almost
The
a
whole-
half
the whole
hour.
show on.
We need to do like a Mystery Science Theater 3000 where
Yeah.
we watch it and we just
Yeah.
talk while it's going on.
Maybe we could start doing that, except I don't know how to edit any of that shit. So
I don't
if
know if
you
you'll be
know
able
and you're
to,
watching and
license-wise.
you have no life and don't want any money for hard work, let us know and we'll fucking get in contact with you.
We probably can't because license wise, but what you can do is you can film us and be like,
I think it's based
Mirror
on
them
a
up.
certain percentage of the movie
What?
because it's transformative work. Like you're using a reaction, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
you can only like react to a certain percentage, I think, and then before fair use falls
I
off.
think you need like
Oh.
a little clock on the corner and be
We can
like,
look at the
when we
figures.
say go, start the movie.
Here's some
And then
fucking realities, though, boys. YouTube's never gonna monetize us. I don't give a fuck if we had like 20 million followers.
Yeah, but we
Like,
did.
we're kind of
Just
grinding.
got to get a Patreon.
Like Riddick, you specifically are a fucking menace. So, yeah, foul language. So, but yeah. Anyways, they could have called Batman Road to Justice.
Yeah.
Is 1,000 miles. And it
Also,
starts with
no
one
more
step.
shirtless scenes.
So-
Step by step.
step
I
by
think he
step.
only had like.
Oh
one-
yeah, that's true. But it was such a weird scene.
It was.
And the motherfucker
Him
doesn't work
looking
out.
at evidence, he shoves the table
right,
out of the
yeah,
way.
Yeah.
Like,
No, he
just...
shoves the table in the way. That's his evidence.
Oh, yeah.
table.
Yeah, sorry.
And he takes his shirt off for it.
Yeah, he takes his shirt
Yeah.
off for it. It's
Like,
like,
yo,
get out of here. Come
I'm
on.
pretty sure
Come
the
on.
people watching this would not be appreciative if I just took my shirt off for no reason. They'd be like, you don't work out, dog.
Exactly.
Your body looks
Double
weird
standards.
to be doing that.
Double
You know,
standards.
I get if you want to be shirtless in your own house doing these
He
things.
was in his own house.
But this is fucking Batman. They literally, it's,
My son
look,
Brody.
he's Batman. He fights people for a living. He works out for a living. At least look like you do that. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you ain't got to have a six-pack, but have some arms to you or something. This guy looked like literally,
I don't know. I think he was
he
just
makes a
lean.
career fighting quadriplegic people.
Lean.
You understand? Like, that's why he wants
Well, you know
it.
what? But that could have been intentional. Like, I mean, well,
The guy said he didn't
he's
work
not,
out for the
He's
damn
not a
movie.
huge dude, but at the same time, it's like
They want
to
the,
show him
the
without
Twilight
that,
sex appeal.
that
Yeah.
it's like how much of his suit is the intimidation factor, right? Like how much like that suit is a.
But that's not what they were trying to do.
It could have been.
And no, that's not the
Is that what
intimidating
you're trying
fact.
to do?
I think the whole intimidating thing about Bruce Wayne is he's real. Like, you understand,
Yeah.
the Batman is fucking real. That's not him from the Batman.
That's him preparing for the Batman.
Yeah.
Well, fucking obviously.
Yeah,
not,
he didn't
because
look like
didn't
that
look
in the
like
movie.
He
That's
didn't
what he looked
fucking
like.
look like
Sure
that.
as hell
No, he
didn't look like that in the movie.
That's what he looked like, a sickly anorexic vampire.
God.
Fucking, I swear to God, they should have put needles on that table or whatever made sense to why Batman was so thick,
Ugh.
sickly, you know what I'm
I
saying?
don't know if we have time to talk about Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah, we do. We have 2 seconds to talk about Free Comic. Well, 'cause, like, honestly, we didn't know what to talk about for Free Comic Book Day because it is kind of a fucking giant advertising pitch.
Yeah.
Right?
Those that are watching, Free Comic Book Day is not free to the retailer.
No.
So don't get into your minds that Marvel's given these free comics to them so they can give away and invite people into their shop. So when
Yeah.
you come to the shop, don't just come and take the free stuff. Like
Buy a
buy
comic.
something.
Yeah, support your local comic shops, man.
Like because attending Free Comic Book Day is not supporting your local comic shop.
No.
It's supporting the big guys with big pockets because they're charging the retailer to put these free comic books out, and there's, you know, sometimes they dress people up like Iron Man, right?
Yeah. We don't.
Yeah.
But I just
Not
well,
anymore.
I got a fucking awesome outfit for dressing up as Iron Man. I'll wear a garbage bag.
So Free Comic Book Day, there
Call
are
him
free.
the Man
There
of
are,
Steel.
they're comic books, and they're not free, but they're not free to the store. The
Yeah.
store has to purchase them, and then they are giving them away. So,
Shit, why do we have to start like that? Because you put me in an awkward situation.
Why?
Why?
Because
Life
at the
is
same
an
time,
awkward
I'm, yeah,
situation.
I'm all about, like, yo, come through and pick up whatever books
Yeah,
you want
but-
to pick up. But, like, fuck, man. And some of these bigger stores, they smart. They're like, yo, three books
max.
to a person.
Yeah.
Yeah, but out here, man, I got some 1 or 2 people, man. You come through, you know, a family will come through, jack up all the books. Man, oh, whatever, man. You do your thing. But, you know, more along the lines of, like, do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing for the comic book world to have Free Comic Book Day?
I don't think it severely affects it either way.
and I don't know. It used to be once a year. It's more than once a year now.
It's,
isn't it?
yeah, because they have Free Comic Book Day in May, and then they have Comic Fest around Halloween.
Yes.
So,
But-
which is essentially speaking the same thing.
Here's the thing. Like, the people that we get through on Free Comic Book Day do
Yeah.
not come back. They don't become regulars.
No, they don't.
And, like, they usually don't pick up any other books.
No, but that could also be because they're picking up Marvel Free Comic Book Day books, and those are fucking.
They're the
cheaper.
same. They're the
And
same. They're the same kind of people that get like a $50 gift certificate to a restaurant,
Yeah.
and they go to the restaurant
You
and
get $48
and
worth of shit.
get $48 worth of stuff, but then don't tip the thing. Like they tip on what's. Oh, I only paid $2 because it was $48, so I'll give you $2.
Yeah, but there's fucking nothing wrong with that,
No.
It's kind of dickish.
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's like
Yeah.
you got $50 worth of stuff. You got
'Cause-
$50 worth of
Yeah, but
The
service.
like,
the server's not seeing any of the, like...
I get you, but it's called Free Comic Book Day, and I gotta pay for the comic books from companies that make way more money than me.
Yeah, so that's exactly it.
But I'm not gonna
In this case,
complain.
you are the server.
I'm in the circle of dick, though. I'm not gonna complain about the lower dick when there's a bigger dick wide revolving everything.
So
It's the
this is
dick
just
revolutions, you know what
this is
I'm
just a public service announcement.
So,
PSA that if you're going to a store on Free Comic Book Day,
yeah,
walk out with something you actually paid for.
show some love.
Yeah. Show some
Show some
damn
love.
love to your local comic shops.
But at the same time, if you want to be a dickhead, there ain't nothing wrong with being a dickhead. Just keep it to yourself and take 3 books. Don't take more than 3 books.
Don't take the Batmobile when you go to Free Comic Book Day. Walk.
No, so
yeah,
you're
definitely be like Batman and walk. So, save the Earth. Guy's very green-minded if we think about it, actually.
says the jet engine on the back of the Batmobile.
Hey, he was like, that cost me a lot of gas. I'm going to walk for the rest of this movie.
Yeah, no shit.
It does seem like we're winding down on this episode.
Yeah. So definitely come back, check us out.
Yeah.
We got more content coming for you.
If there's
Yeah.
something you want us to talk about, by all means, leave a
Yeah,
comment.
leave a comment.
Oh, one last thing on Free Comic Book Day. I ran out of them because, like, fuck, man. I give out some books before Free Comic Book Day. Fuck, man. You can get a free comic here, generally speaking. It's just crazy.
He's real
But-
bad at business.
I'm good with business. I'm just bad with making successful business. That's the difference. Okay. I would strongly suggest if you go to your comic book store and you see a series called Barbaric, pick it up. It is literally Free Comic Book Day's greatest comic book because it is 3 comic books in one. No price, no advertisement, no nothing. And it's probably the best book of the year, I think, in my mind. And
Who
that
puts
came
it
out
out?
last year, Barbaric.
Who put it up?
Boom Studios? Was it Boom? No, it's not Boom. Oh my god, I should know this.
It's the isn't it the Black Label one? Not like DC Black Label.
Oh, I should know this. No, it's not Arcana either.
Vault.
There we go. They're pretty good too. I like some of their shit, but
Oh, they did
Barbaric
Vampire.
is fucking
I like that.
dope. It is dope, and I'm telling you, it's all of episode 1, all of episode 2, or comic 3, 1, 2, and 3, all of them in one free comic book. So go get it. You just can't get it here. I gave out all my copies because it's a good series. Like it is the best series I've read
In
a
a free
minute.
comic book day. Yeah.
No.
Very-
I have the single issue. But who are you talking?
You're very
But,
biased to barbarians.
Yeah, watch
I'm
the
very
Bat-
biased about what? What's
To
that? What's that?
barbarians.
Do you want me to walk over to your house in the middle of the night and whoop your ass?
Like
then
a barbarian?
Walk back to my house?
Like a barbarian?
No, like a barbarian.
Watch the Batman. Buy stuff on Free Comic Book Day.
Yes.
Watch the next episode.
Yes.
Thug life. And that's it. Now I'm just gonna keep talking, man.